Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to TeamODZ Live. Here we go. Workout Monday. You riding Blue Zone, Gerrie?
No, a bit more than blue.
Is Tina riding Blue Zone?
Oh shoot. Tina's doing the Monday workout.
Monday workout, yes. And it's Monday.
Yeah, but I'm upper blue today.
Upper Blue. Hey there, Owen. Good morning.
Good morning, Owen. Yeah, so Friday night, well, Friday during the day was when the cold started showing up, and gradually it was just getting colder and colder all day. Then we went to a cheering competition. Oh, nice. At the high school. And holy, that was cold. Like at that point, that was when the wind chill was way up. I think it was like negative 40 something at that point. And my eyes were freezing. I could feel them like getting kind of sticky walking into this wind. It was amazing.
I had that on Friday. Walking between two buildings. No, I still got my mask on to keep my nose and my mouth warm.
Yeah.
And that's then channeling the air that I breathe out up at the front of my face. As it was passing by my eyelashes, it was condensing and freezing on my eyelashes.
Oh no!
I had little balls of ice on my eyelashes.
Yeah, that was definitely an insane cold. I'm happy it's over. Because then yesterday I went out in the morning and I was like, ooh, wow, that's much better. And I checked the temperature, it was 22 degrees.
Yeah, we might creep above freezing today.
It's like, this is a good perspective changer. Now all of a sudden 20 degrees doesn't seem that bad. That's right.
So Hope had an audition for WSMA again this weekend. See how she did on that.
When do you find out?
Not sure. And she'll have another audition too for placement in the orchestra. Successful. The ride on, Gerrie?
Thanks for the ride on. You're welcome. So what are we doing today anyway?
We're riding our bikes.
Are we going to do a little sweet spot on our bikes?
No. We're going to do some strength steps.
Oh, okay. I don't mind these ones.
No, I could really do with a slow burn today.
Yeah.
Pretty surprised I did not have any saddle sore issues going on after yesterday.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
I rode for 5 hours yesterday, Owen. I led the OD Century and then late joined the endurance builder and ended up leading that as well. I rode 190 kilometers. After I was done, my legs did not want to do stairs. Going up wasn't too bad. It was going down. Yeah, thanks, Owen.
Thanks, Owen. I'm sure I got one. Yep, Andy was riding the whole day.
No, not quite, but I think the only time I've ridden more than that, or further than that, on Zwift was when I Everested. That was 146 miles. Yesterday I did 118, 119.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of riding.
Too much.
Yeah.
On a banana.
Yeah, and that's all I ate before, and a banana.
Should have called DoorDash.
Oh no, I don't want you turning up at my door. Impressed and worried. Owen, you've ridden with me. You know I'm crazy. And you know if you told me that I was crazy, I'd take it as a compliment.
So did you show up to no leader, or did you end up taking over?
So they had a suite. But no, they did not have a leader. So Rick had the red beacon. And he'd done a pretty good job of holding a group together. So it was about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in. I late joined. I had plenty of time yesterday. We finished with a good 10 minutes to spare, so I got off the bike, stretched a little bit, filled another bottle up.
Yeah, it's always fun. Doing long rides with not a lot of food. I had that, and we visited a friend in Cape Cod. And we were planning to go out this Saturday. But they don't wake up early, so I woke up. I went for a 50-kilometer ride. The plan was to come back, have breakfast, because they said they'll have breakfast before we go out, and then go. Well, I came back, and he was just ready and got on the bike. I'm like, okay, let's turn around, let's do it again. So, after just over 100 kilometers, I said, okay, I'm hungry now. We can go home. It was fun.
Yeah, I remember the first time I
A
rode
bit
100
too long
miles.
without food.
Yes. I remember the first time I rode 100 miles on Zwift. I probably did about 25 miles of it on a normal trainer. And then the rest of it I did on rollers. And that was before I had my own rollers. It was in London. I don't remember much more than that. It was in the basement of my bike shop, local bike shop. Used to go there early on a Sunday morning. My pre-TeamODZ days.
At the bike shop too, huh?
Yep.
This wasn't like a show trainer, was it?
No.
One that was on the floor, and you, I think I'll do 100 miles today. You could just bring me a bottle every so often. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, my first 100 miles on Zwift was completely unplanned. I was riding early, then the wagon started, so I started chatting with them. The next thing you know, I was at 100 kilometers. So I looked up my longest ride on Zwift, and it was 118 kilometers. So I said, oh well, we're having so much fun, I'll go for 120. So I got to 120, but we were chatting, so I overshot 120 to about 130. I thought maybe 150 would be a nice number.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's asked me why I didn't round it up to 200 kilometers.
Well, we
wasn't
know
doing
how
another
you feel.
Yeah, I wasn't doing another
after
10k.
that much. Yeah.
I finished the endurance builder at like 187.3 or something like that. I mean, okay, I'll round it up to 190, but I'm not going any further.
Oh yes. Yeah, we all know how it feels. Once you get to about 100 miles, it's like I'm not rounding to anything.
Yeah, and it's different to riding 100 miles outdoors as well, because outdoors you're up, down, you're coasting. It's not
Yeah,
constant pedaling.
yeah, that's also a big difference.
Well, come and join me next week, Owen. We can ride 118 miles together. Because I believe in the well, I know the endurance builder probably be looking for a lead next week as well. Although the maybe might be back, we'll see. I know I'm leading the 3 watt per kilo OD century. Another 2 weeks of that yet.
So Friday, I did the tour of Watopia.
Yeah.
See the new route.
Yep.
And realized my companion app doesn't have the new map.
Right.
So I thought, okay. Did an update. Close the companion app. Open it back up. It says you need to update. Go to the Play Store. The companion app is not compatible with your device. Because this phone I'm using,
It's a potato.
That's my old potato, which works pretty well for the companion app. But it's on Android 8. So Saturday afternoon, I thought, well, the only thing I use this phone for is Zwift Companion. I'm gonna load a new operating system. Never done it before. And this phone is very temperamental on how it charges and all those things because it's a potato. But after about 4 hours, I got Android 11 loaded. So I'll be fine for another few years if this phone lasts that long. So I was pretty impressed with myself Saturday afternoon.
Pretty impressed with myself. Saturday evening, I'd spent 3.5 hours putting a key circuit together on a piece of perth board, nice neat jumper wires and everything. Alright, okay, time to test it. I'm not putting my Pico in just in case I've got any mistakes in the wiring, but I'll probe around it. So I put power on it, and I'm thinking, that smells like hot components. Sure enough, I put the power in the wrong way around. Fried 2 transistors and 2 diodes.
So one of them became a heater.
Yeah, at that point I switched my store grenade off and went to bed.
Did you stop and just warm your hands for a little bit?
No,
Okay,
I was
I better switch this.
a little frustrated at that point. I mean, I've got plenty of diodes and plenty of transistors, but not the point. The magic smoke didn't escape Owen, no. I was very surprised. I've done that once before with a 2N3904 transistor, and yeah, the magic smoke escaped from that one. It's quite stinky. Ooh.
Yeah, so I gave myself the rest yesterday, but I was like, all right, Monday, I have to start back up. I've been slacking it up lately.
I wasn't going to say it.
I've been riding like every other day.
Oh. On the ODZ entry yesterday, I said, so what do people think of Scotland? And the replies range from, there's no distilleries, it's full of potholes, there's no sheep. So I said, Zwifters, in quotes. We need new maps. Zwift. No, here's Scotland. Zwifters. There's no sheep.
Exactly. Oh, those magic smoke, Owen. So much fun.
Yeah,
So-
I'll say nothing besides, don't start off Dyson charger.
So on Friday when I did the ride, I signed up for the Tour of Watopia or Tour of Zwift, so I can get to that map. Well, if you're half an hour early or 35 minutes early, it lets you just ride on the course.
Oh, okay.
So I jumped on the horse, started riding on my own, which is nice, and I'm in my own kit. Everything's fine, but I found that after half an hour, I was watching YouTube videos and reading the forum posts, not even looking at the screen. And then I realized maps doesn't make a big difference.
No. Yeah, I found myself not really paying attention much either.
Yeah. It's,
But it is a nice looking map. I like it.
it is.
I just wish-
Yep.
I wish it was longer. That's all. I always hope for like a nice long map, but I guess
Yeah,
that's,
but I
that's tough.
like to sort of do my own thing when I'm riding like that. Where Watopia is nice because I can just make a turn whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
This one, you're very limited in the amount of turns you can make to make it interesting. But
You made a few turns, didn't you, Rick?
Yeah, we did.
yep, I did all the roads.
Yeah, that's true.
Andy
But-
would do a turn and then he would be like, hey, Rick, no, this way.
And
And then I'd be
Rick would
like,
make a U-turn.
I'll turn around.
Yeah,
I wasn't
No, I
paying
must
attention
say-
to my turn.
it looks really nice. I can see there's a lot of effort in that, but it's not where I really want them to spend their time. Although I know it's a total. I actually suspect it's a different company. I think they outsourced their map building at this point.
Huh.
That's my feeling.
So here's a suggestion for Zwift. Tandems.
Haha. Yep.
Then we can have a tandem TT.
Oh, that'll be fun. Two riders, you sum their power,
Yep.
it's double their weight, or not double, add the two weights, heavier bike.
Yep.
Won't be exactly the same as a tandem because you can ride at different cadences.
Yeah.
But it will still be very interesting.
Right. What do you reckon to that one, Owen? I guess I really should have put my my request in for that. What, 5 years ago? Is that how long it took them to put hand bikes on there?
Yeah.
Hey there, Bonnie. Yeah.
Yep. Then the lighter folks can realize what it takes to be 90 plus kilograms going up a climb.
Yeah, Gerrie would be like, come on, Andy. Get your finger out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they should really work on something to get our eyes back onto Zwift. Because what we are doing now, we can do in any environment. There's free options for what we are doing right now. Load a workout, chat on Discord.
Wait a second, Gerrie. Is that a moon in the distance, or is that a weather balloon? Well, I guess
That's the moon smiling.
if you wait a few minutes,
Heading
if we
off
see
the
a missile, we know it's a weather balloon. Oh, look at that. You get 3 minutes of rest to go up the climb.
Yeah, we need something like
Ah,
braking, steering. So there's an optimal line for races.
Antonio?
We need to.
It's
Hey,
gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to happen at some point, but I also see new potential for bugs.
well, I don't think Zwift is the company that will do that.
Yeah.
Zwift is too focused on if everybody can't do it, we're not going to develop it. That's like steering. They did all this effort, but now there's no steering events because there's 7 people that doesn't have steering and they're complaining like crazy.
I almost signed on to the steering stuff too. I'm happy I didn't at
But
this
so-
point.
Yeah, Gerrie.
it was
Gerrie.
$100 device.
They need to form a steering committee. I'm sorry.
Is RGT getting steering, Owen? I would guess they could do it, and they could have a game controller for brakes. Someone had a really clever idea or a clever suggestion about brakes, and that made me think. We're all on smart trainers, so
No, we're not.
there's nothing. Oh yeah, some of us are more advanced than others.
Some
I
are
wouldn't
more.
say
No. You're trying to be
Can't.
polite. Some of us are more crazy than others.
But so let's say most people are smart trainers. You can have something that just goes in between your two brakes because your brake calipers are sitting open and it's just a load cell, and you can use your brake lever. There we go, done. For Andy,
Yeah,
it's just a pressure switch on his handlebar.
yeah. I wouldn't want to
You
apply my
pressure
brakes.
No.
That could be disastrous. Or fun.
Oh, definitely.
Depends which side of the steam you're on.
Well, if you have a bike just for Zwift, you can disable your brakes
Yeah.
and make something, but just a clip for button. There we go. clip-on button with a pressure sensor.
No, Owen meant clip button of the stream, so he can clip me falling off my rollers again.
Ah, is that the clip button Owen has? Oh, Owen, yep, I forgot about this. Okay. But for rim brakes, you can do that. Or a button on the steering wheel, or it's not. But what Zwift need to do is they need to make it open source. So companies that does hardware can do it really well. Or people that want to innovate their own thing and 3D print a little circuit board can do that. But if RGT does it, it'll probably be open source. Yep, the buttons on the kicker bike. A game controller. People can get creative, mount a game controller on their handlebar.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, would be tough trying to make the brakes make sense with that, because you do need like an actual way to apply brakes. You would imagine. I mean, I guess everybody would adapt if they had to, but trying to apply brakes in the center of your handlebars would be weird.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That'll be
Must have had the two switches that you put on top of your hoods. That'd probably make sense, huh?
Oh yes.
Like corded, like you were saying, pressure switches. Going to a game controller. Sell it for $500 all day long. Cost $20 to put it together. No, probably more.
Probably less.
$25 to put it together.
You can do that with a, I would think, less than $20.
Yeah. Why are we talking about it on live stream? This is time to develop this.
Because Zwift won't open it up so we can actually sell it.
Well, yeah, that'd be the thing.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah, don't
like,
don't get Andy to make it, because you'll put the power in the wrong way around and blow it up.
Oh yeah, but then then it keeps your hands warm, which is good.
Nice.
Sometimes
It's
you
like-
need hand warmers.
When steering came out, there was a guy, Keith, that built a little 2-button steering device that you mount on the side of your handlebars.
Huh.
And I think he sold it for $50. So you could do steering with it, give power ups, not activate your power ups, sorry.
So when
Um,
the steering first came out, I got all excited. I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool." Went online, found it for $50, bought it, and then it showed up. And I opened up like the battery compartment, and it
No
was
batteries.
just one of the ones that
Yeah.
is the one that has nothing inside of it.
You
Oh,
weren't
no.
the first to buy one of those.
I went back and reread the article the whole way through, and then realized it hadn't been released yet, and that it was going to be $100. I was like, oh, well, now I have this. This sucks. But I did try out the steering through the companion app one time.
Yep.
That was horrible.
Oh yes.
That was so bad.
That,
Yeah, Fernando.
that's right, Owen. RGT modulates using power, which would be another option if you don't have the braking button. You
Check.
can just slow down. Less power until you get to say 20 watts, and that'll be full locking brakes. The only problem is you won't be able to coast on a flat road.
Can't coast anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Without grabbing
for
hold of
long.
something.
Not even if you have a coaster. See what I did there?
Very clever. Hey, Fernando Fernandez. Good morning.
Fernando. Dropping in the chat, my friend.
Sorry about that joke.
Yeah,
Fernando.
I just saw a viewer number drop in half.
Oh, yes. And now Zwift is talking about increasing the price.
Oh, really? They need
Yep.
to stop that. Strava does it, so now they think they can do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I'm-
including cycling.
I'm pretty sure Zwift will tell everybody how much it's going up by, unlike Strava.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole discussion on that room already.
Yeah, I think I'll be canceling that one and then putting my money towards a training program instead.
Yep,
Makes more sense. Because
exactly.
Strava-
'Cause-
Strava is good enough for like how cheap it was, but
Oh,
it's
Rick, I
gonna
can.
start.
Well, Gerrie and I can
Price.
heartily recommend Endurance Lab.
Where could you find that?
Oh, yes.
Feel like
Owen.
we're part
So,
of- I feel like we're on an infomercial. Oh, we're
Zwift
already
need to be very careful with how they do their pricing, because I think they have a lot of people that don't really use it.
Yeah.
But keep on paying every month. But if there's suddenly a difference in price,
Yeah,
Have they ever
they'll
raised
just
the price?
decide, well,
it'll
I
be a
don't
trigger
use
to
it.
cancel. Yeah.
Have they raised the subscription price at all since they started?
Yeah, Lars.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it used to be $10.
Good morning, Lush.
Oh, okay.
Used to be free.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah. And then there's that.
back in the beta days, yes.
It was free almost for my first
Well,
year. And then
Like, what? I have to
$10.
pay for this.
I was more than happy to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then it went to 15 with a lot of people kicking and screaming.
And rage
I
quitting.
feel like they've made improvements. Hey, I think I was riding when it went to 15, actually, now that I think about it. But I think it was in the beginning when I first started, and I was like, I don't care. This is worth $15. I'll pay it.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
But
If you
that's
think,
about my limit.
yes, on what are we using that made it better in the last 2 or 3 years?
Oh, yeah. That is the thing, too, yeah.
Except
Ever
for
since-
meetups.
Yeah. Well, for a while, we lost a lot of things. And then we gradually got them all back.
Yeah. You think there's clubs, we can't use clubs because we can't set up a workout in a club.
Yeah.
There's space partners We don't use them because we are doing workouts. There's ride against your best ride, which we don't do because we are on workouts.
Yeah. And it all depends on, I mean, I used to use pace partners a lot more.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do this.
Ride with the Andy pace partner.
But if
Yeah.
there wasn't a pace partner, you would just jump into a group ride.
Yeah.
The pace
Yeah,
partners
sure.
just diluted the group rides. Because instead of people jumping in 6 o'clock to do a century ride, they jump in 10 minutes past 6 and ride with a pace partner.
Pace partners are good for if you put in this certain amount of time, 3 times a week or whatever.
Yep.
So you're going to get on and just do a steady state workout.
Well,
Anybody
the
who's
pace
trying to
partner's not
improve.
steady anymore.
Uh,
So
Oh.
I, for one,
that is true.
can't really ride with Coco steady if it's a climbing route. I'll go into the red every climb.
Should have ridden on my own this morning. I'm riding with a pack of whingers.
Yeah, but I sound very negative. I'm still
Well,
happy
Monday.
to.
Of course, I am
you doing?
joking. I really
doing a
enjoy
blue
riding with the
workout?
both of you.
I'm just
That might be what it is. It's a Blue Monday.
the only point I want to come across is if they're going to charge more, I want to see something that I can use that make
Yes.
it more valuable for me. That's basically what I'm saying.
Or how about this? I want it to just stay the same and I'll just keep paying $15. Because it's working out well right now.
Yep.
I'll take this. I don't want them, I know, because I notice every time, when they get all excited, more money means we have to come up with more ideas, which then means things are just going to get more screwed up.
Didn't,
I guess they all even out in the end, but
didn't you
but
just
it
lay a
seems
bunch
to
of
take
people off?
Yep, they did.
yeah.
So let's say they improve clubs so Andy don't have to set up a meetup and we can post the club link to do
Yeah.
what we do right now. So we'll get more people riding with us. Less effort for Andy.
That should come free with your $15 subscription.
So I'll say they can raise the price by about $3 a month for that.
Oh, they could have a tiered system. If you just want the basics with $15. You want to be able to do clubs? Add a couple models.
Yeah. Add racing to
Yeah.
it.
I wonder if they've maximized outsourcing bringing in like advertisements for bike companies and all that stuff.
Because you pay per view. If you just wanted to enter one race, but didn't have the race add-on to your subscription, you just pay to enter one race.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm sure that there's plenty of companies that are more than happy to buy advertisement space on this platform.
Yes.
I know it's influenced me a lot riding on
Yep.
Zwift, made me look into all the little things I could buy.
Oh, yes. There's the little billboards we see now with Zwift on them. If that was a
Zwift is paying. for that.
Canyon,
Yeah.
Canyon deal on there.
Instead, it seems Zwift is paying other people to advertise them, which I mean, obviously you want to do that, but you could at least offset those costs with advertising on your own platform, I would imagine. And then there you go. You've saved yourself, what, maybe $2 per subscription?
Oh, yes. And then there's other things like the whole setup of events. You need to email someone if you want to make special changes. And
yeah,
that should be a website where you click everything and everything is done. And there's a bunch of checks and balances that the human would do in any way. And it's all automated. It's like James the other day had to spend 8 hours the whole day to update one of Tour of Watopia, events that was scheduled on the wrong route. Like, that should be a macro where you type whatever you want and it does it for you in minutes.
Yeah, make it easier for ride leaders to do things.
Yep.
So I mean, RGT's made it pretty hard for consumers to be able to find events, but now they're starting to fix that a little bit, I guess. Maybe.
Well, yeah. The problem with one of RGT's biggest advantages is their biggest disadvantage as well. Everybody wants magic roads. So you've got 1,000 people using RGT on 1,000 different worlds. So everybody complains that they are all alone.
Yeah.
So they need to have.
To me, it just looks like everyone's riding in the woods.
Well, everything looks the same. If you're on a magic road.
Yeah.
But that's okay for the off chance you want to ride a specific climb before you're going to do it, which is fine. But people tend to gravitate towards that, and that dilute their base.
It's the pedal snapper. Good morning, Ben.
Oh yes, Owen. Don't get me started on RGTDB. For a company that says they're all about racing, they have a pretty bad way of looking at your results.
My one little thing is when I'm done with RGT, I have to manually put it in my Garmin Connect app if I want to track it. Which makes sense. I mean, Wahoo and whatnot, but.
Hey, Ben.
Morning, Ben.
We are always up this early.
Yeah, we are. Ben might not be. What's the plan for the bike, Ben? You see how that's sorted out?
Last thing I knew, he was blaming me.
Ben had a little issue with his cranks. Didn't you, Ben? What's his bazooka?
I told Ben I was excluded from all blame because I did knock on wood, so it must have been something else.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, give me your phone number, Ben, and I'll make sure you're up this early every day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We've already done 50 minutes of riding.
Gerrie's still more.
Some of us even more.
Yeah. Well, I saw Gerrie start riding when he was just heading into the bathroom.
Yep.
And
Exactly, Owen. I guess if you wanted to get up really, really early, you could give your phone number to Owen.
These devices that we can use to get him up early.
Is it?
if we could find out his address, we could call for a welfare check. First thing in the morning. That's always the best way to wake friends up. Wow, that's insanely early. If it's 6:30 your time, that's like, what would that be, 1:30 my time?
Yeah, I think you're 1:30 your time.
You're getting up at 1:30 in the morning my time. That's early. On Saturday night, I had a little free time where everyone graciously spending the night. Oh no, Drew's here.
Wait a minute, free time?
Well,
What's that?
Everybody, yeah, exactly. Everybody went to bed. So I was like, "Ooh, that PlayStation. I haven't played that in a while." So I started playing some FIFA. And I was up until just about 1:30. I hadn't done that in a while. Forgot how much I like that game.
How many times have you felt at the TV?
Well, I had it on amateur, so not many. I was just winning nonstop. I was in after a cold day, I was in the mood to win for a little while. I had my the pipes to my kitchen sink freeze up
Oh no.
because it's never happened before. This is the first time it's ever happened since we've been in this house, but there's we have spray foam in the basement, and that comes up to like where the PEX goes through the floor.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking in between the cabinet bottom and the floor that it got really, really cold right there. Because I put a blow dryer on it for a very long time and it wouldn't defrost. To the point where things were extremely hot and I was concerned. And then finally I just drilled a hole in the cabinet floor and then blew the hot air in that way. Finally that let it go, but luckily nothing happened. Yesterday, Grace went to the trampoline park and we walked into this smaller strip mall and walked in there and there was water spots all over the ground and like ceiling tiles missing. Apparently they had a pipe burst at some point there.
More likely to get away with it with text.
But yeah, I'm so happy that it was a short cold, because that was a huge amount of cold. But it was just for a short period. It was long enough. I burned through a good amount of propane.
So you need a bit of spray foam behind that walls in the kitchen as well.
Yeah, there's an issue on that whole corner of the house where, because even like upstairs in our room, in the corner, you can see there's actually like ice on the wall.
Oh,
Heidi noticed that and she's like, "Come here, look at this." I saw it and I'm like, "Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that before." And
oh wow.
since it's an older house, and they went and did the whole spray, well, they like sprayed the foam in through the holes type of thing.
Yep.
And so I'm guessing they didn't get it all the way to that corner, because all the way to downstairs in those cabinets, everything gets really cold.
Ooh. Yeah.
Whenever it's that kind of cold. I mean, it was a
Oh, yeah.
sustained negative 25 for a while there, and then with the wind chills being just about negative 50, it was crazy. You could it almost felt like you could feel the cold air coming into the house in certain spots
Oh,
with
yeah.
the wind. Made me wish for a newer construction home at that point. Usually this house does pretty decent holding on to heat. Since we have the heat pump, then I mean, the costs aren't too high compared to a lot of people, especially people that have an older house like this. But yeah, once you get the wind blowing like that, with that cold of temperatures, it was just, the heat was going non-stop, and every time it shut off, it would feel like all the cold air was just coming in. It was exciting. It was fun for a day. But man, yeah, yesterday I was in a sweatshirt all day. No need for a jacket.
Yee.
It's like, it's 22 degrees out here. I'm about to take this thing off. Then today it's going to be in the 40s. We're going to get all spoiled, and then the temperature will drop again. You got pretty cold for Connecticut, didn't you?
Yep, it got pretty old. I was doing some wiring Saturday morning in the basement, and I was at the sill just above the concrete, and I could feel the cold coming in there. Well, actually the heat leaving the house. But
Yeah.
So my next adventure would be to seal that more.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that that's at the corner of my house makes it a little easier to get behind the siding and be able to fill it with more, but I'm pretty sure it's an entire pocket. So it's like get a machine.
They may have missed one pocket.
Yeah, I think so.
Or they thought there was a bigger cavity, and there was two cavities.
Like last night, oh, believe me, this house is one of those houses. Trying to hang something in this house it's a puzzle. You get the stud finder out. It's like, beep, beep, beep. It's like, what is going on here? How? There's like no 16-inch off studs. It's all just like random different width boards and all kind of, I don't even know. I'm afraid to try to do any work with the walls because I've seen this old house. I know what can be behind those walls. I also have a friend that he went and bought a house in Bangor. And yeah, he went to try to do like, anytime he'd try to go do a little job, it would turn into a long job because of the worms, the can of worms he would open up by taking the drywall down. But now he has a newer construction home. He can hang things, no problem. Heck, even when you go in my basement, it's all like the basement's new because the house was lifted up and put on to a new foundation. Like, it's probably been like 15 years now.
Oh, yes.
But when you look at the floor joists, those are all just like old timbers. Some of them were like strapped together in the middle. It's something else. And you can see like soot from where there used to be like an old coal burning furnace in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So pretty much I just like, sometimes I'll go down there and look at it and be like, wow, that just doesn't seem right. But then I'll be like, well, it's been here for over 100 years. It's hopefully not going to go anywhere.
Not with a new foundation.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it was like before. My neighbors, their house, they don't have a new foundation. And you can see their house is gradually leaning towards the road a little bit.
Ooh.
And there's been several things done to try to strengthen the front, the downhill section portion of the foundation with like cinder blocks and stuff. I'm happy ours has a foundation. If it didn't, I wouldn't have bought it. But
Oh, yeah.
I was still a little bit like, I don't know if I want this house. But the price was right.
Come on down.
Whew. Yeah, and these neighbors that have this house next door, they bought the house for way more than we bought this house for. And they had to do a bunch of renovation to it.
Oh my.
How many times are we going to climb this climb?
Many as it takes, Gerrie. Many as it takes.
I don't think we'll be doing it again. That's Wifter complaining that never happens.
Oh, no.
Oh, One more block.
Yeah. 17 minutes left for me.
Looking this out, we actually almost reached the coldest temperature for Bangor. That's pretty close. Negative 32 in 1948.
Question is, how accurate was that measurement?
Ah, yeah. Especially with how complex it gets now. The fact that you can see like several different temperatures for one area,
Oh, yes.
depending on what you look at.
Yeah, I wonder how they measured temperature back in those days. Maybe it was, hey Bob, just wet your finger, go outside, see how long it takes to drop off.
And no matter what, I was noticing the other days that driving in Bangor and then leaving, going out to out into the woods essentially, it was there was a drop of just about 5 degrees. And then different parts of the city were different temperatures with the car. Again? Okay, here we go.
I
like
said,
this
one more block.
Okay. Oh, is that what that means?
Yes. Nine minutes left. First part of this, first interval on this is okay. The middle one, yeah, that's not too bad. The last one, oh my. Hey, good morning, Nusa.
There you go.
Did you get your inactive recovery in?
Yes, succeeded on Friday.
Me too, even though I really didn't need any recovery, but
Got
Yeah,
my
I'm actually
inactive.
feeling better now.
I got my inactive recovery in yesterday.
well,
Led-
after you did-
I led the 3 watt
After
per
your
kilo OD century and then led the endurance builder. I rode for 5 hours. Hey there, Rick. Good morning.
oh wow. I just realized a while ago when I was talking like it was bent. That's a totally different bent. That's Ben Atkinson. Yeah, it's really early for him, isn't it?
Which Ben did you think it was?
I was thinking it was
Oh,
Ben,
that Ben.
the UK Ben. And I was thinking, why is he saying it's too early? Like, well, I guess we all have different bedtimes.
Right on, Shane.
Hey, Shane. Almost done.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Seconds.
This is a long morning.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do a 60-minute ride. I thought I'm up early, so I might as well just increase it. So instead of 90 minutes, I went to 105.
Uh-oh.
My math was out a bit. Done with the climbing.
Yay. Almost done with the workout. How much longer you got left, Gerrie, on your workout?
7 minutes. About the same as the meetup.
Nice.
I think I've got 3 minutes, then recovery.
Recovery.
This has been a lot of blue riding. Which is fine. I like it.
For a bit of grey.
So, my daughter had a friend over Friday night, and Saturday she woke up with a stomach bug.
Uh-oh.
Not the friend, my daughter. So, we were housebound this weekend again. This has been every weekend this year so far.
There we go. Does your graph look like that, Rick?
That's a nice looking graph.
That is. No, doesn't look like that. Mine's definitely a spotty graph.
That's the advantage of having a workout. It's a bit easier to stay in the zones. When is the Tour of South Fernandina? Do we know?
Coming up
We
soon.
know, we forgot.
End of this month.
End of February. Ah, there we go. And he's going to search it. I probably could have done that as well. But that just popped into my head. And recovery. 3 minutes. Nice.
This Finnish Foundation has the dates as March 12th to 18th.
Oh. Okay. I'll be away then. That's a week I'm away.
Where are you going?
We're going to Florida. First time going down there. My daughter got invited for a choir. So we are going for 3 days for the choir, and then 2 days before that we'll do something fun.
Oh, so you'll be
Sounds
cycling.
Yeah, take your bike and your trainer, and you can do Suppolandia. That'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Visit Don Seraph.
Yeah,
I
Is it
was
done?
debating.
help him label his power supplies.
Yeah, there's a race close to where we stay on the 19th of March. Outside race, and I was debating taking my bike just for that. It's just too much of hassle.
You'd probably need a couple days just to adapt to warmer temperatures outside.
Oh yeah, just to adapt to outside.
Yeah, adapt to outside. Last year I was lucky. Well, no, never mind. Well, yeah, no. Last year it was good because usually I start off. Usually I start off every year.
I used to
with
be
my
indecisive,
first-
but now I'm not so sure.
Well, I was saying, all of a sudden, a memory of falling over on my bike went into my head. But that was like that was a different situation. But usually I always have my first clip out accident in day 1 or 2 of my first outdoor rides after the winter.
Maybe you need rollers, just like.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll help.
I get so used to just like doing things like swinging my leg around and just twirling off of my pedal, or doing all these wacky things you just can't do.
You're a
On a
cyclist,
bike
not a
outside.
ballerina.
I was actually checking because I felt like I had ridden a lot indoors this year, but so far I've ridden more outdoors than indoors. So
Oh, nice.
It's certainly not the case
That's
for
a
me.
lot of riding.
it's about equal, but it's like 1,200 k's outside, 1,200 k's on the trainer.
Yeah, we've done about the same, but mine has all been indoors.
This year I've been bad. It's just not even. I don't even think I've reached 1,000 miles for a month yet. I think I've reached it for a year. Hopefully, we'll see. I have not. After this ride, I will be officially over 1,000 miles for this year.
You
I
need
think I
to do
did
more
this one.
endurance to kill your sprint.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get that in this summer. My sprints will be all wacky. Although this year I'm planning on not doing as much outdoor riding, I think, because it was getting a bit much riding to work every day and then back home.
Oh yeah.
Because then usually I get to work later, so I leave later. Then I get home later. Then I have to go to bed early to get up.
Hashtag what's Gerrie having for breakfast today.com.
Oh,
.com/
Oh no,
edu.
it should be .co.za, shouldn't it?
Yep. That's what it should be.
I had an apple for lunch and breakfast.
The same apple?
Yes, I've integrated the two. It was a brunch apple.
A brunch apple?
It was a brapple.
Oh my goodness.
And 5 cups of espresso, but I don't count those.
Yeah, we shouldn't count those. Those are just fun.
Fun for us when we watch you for bouncing off the walls.
Okay, I don't know what I'm having for breakfast. Probably cereal. Muesli and yogurt, that's what I want. But
what they want.
It depends on what the family feel like, but I think that's going to be an easy decision today. So,
Nice.
okay, guys.
All right, Gerrie.
We'll chat tomorrow. We'll do
Thanks
another
for riding
one
with you.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Yes.
Bye for
Right
now.
on.
There was 4 in the bed, and the other one said roll over. Oh, hey, I could do this, couldn't I? Let me.
It'd be 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
So, I already mentioned it once at Hope auditioning over the weekend for WSMA, where let's get her her audition piece on the screen here. There we go. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. This is my 16-year-old daughter. I'm stood outside the room that she's auditioning in, just holding my phone as close to the door as I can to record this. Now we get the fun bit. What about this for the workout? I can turn my phone camera. You sure? All right, finish this kilometre off, Eric.
Nice. That was awesome.
Yes, yes, you did. You did good. Well,
That
not
was
sure when we'll
viola.
find out. And that's violin.
Oh, that way.
I'm still going to find out the results of the audition. It's got a band concert tonight, and then on Thursday an orchestra concert. Close to 42 now. Still going downhill. We get 43 now. All right, yeah, well,
Off my 2/10 here.
I guess I'm going to 43. Hmm. There we go. That'll do me. How far you got to go to get to the end of your mile?
4/10.
How far?
4/10.
4/10. Might catch me up. Will catch me up.
I think I'll be going by.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can finish before the hill. I think so.
Yeah, should be.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Almost forgot to stop.
That's the bad chair. I'm going to say thank you to everyone for joining us on the stream this morning. Much appreciated. We'll be back with another workout tomorrow morning. Until then, take care. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good Monday. Bye for now.
Okay.